Brexit revealed, this EU country is the toughest on Britain as talks risk collapsing. Paris has presented itself as a Brexit stumbling block, with the UK's close neighbour fearful of losing its lucrative relationship with London after its EU divorce, according to the EU diplomat. French-based aircraft manufacturer Airbus is just one example of the key trade links that Paris is fearful of losing unless a Brexit deal can be reached. Leading business lobbying group, the CBI, said Airbus could be the first of many firms to threaten to end its investment in Britain if the government cannot provide clarity on Brexit, putting tens of thousands of jobs at risk. Airbus said on Friday it was preparing to end its UK investment plans as it started to press the button on crisis actions because of a lack of government details on post-Brexit trading arrangements of a no-deal scenario. The EU diplomat believes the uncertainty is behind France's reluctance to accept the UK's offers and ideas in order to cut the country's creative freedom at the negotiating table. They said, "Do you know the country blocking the most compromises? France. They are the toughest on the UK. They block most of the offers brought to the table by the UK, they allow no compromises." France was behind EU attempts to block British access to the crucial block-wide DNA database which helped authorities identify the terrorists responsible for the Paris terror attacks in November 2015. British ministers insist there is a clear national interest in the UK keeping access to the PRUM Convention. The system allows countries to share information such as DNA, fingerprints and vehicle registration details in the pursuit of criminals. According to one government source, France an awkward force in the negotiations which have resulted in the bloc's chief Brexit negotiator Michel Barnier ruling out any UK access to EU-only databases. Mr. Barnier said, "Let's be clear, based on the UK's positions, our cooperation will need to be organized differently. It will rely on effective and reciprocal exchanges, but not on access to EU-only or Schengen-only databases." Paris is normally supportive of the UK when it comes to security cooperation because it sees London as the only other trusted military partner inside the EU, but has changed the tone slightly during Brexit talks. While France is supportive of the UK having continued access of Galileo, the EU's satellite navigation system designed to rival the US-owned global positioning system, Paris has been insistent Britain's businesses should not be allowed to take part in the project's development. One UK government said economic opportunism was behind the decision to exclude Britain from Galileo's development, despite London's £1 billion contribution and its firms behind many of the key features.